Hi, I'm Brendan Miracle McGregor, and I'm here with Spirit Within. And so, like, honestly, if you don't like your job, or if you think that you're not happy because of your job, reconsider. Because a lot of the times I thought that I didn't like my job, and honestly I may have not, but if you can't be happy where you are, how are you supposed to be happy anywhere? So a proclamation is a public or official announcement, especially one dealing with a matter of great importance, or the public or official announcement of an important matter, or a clear declaration of something. And so my proclamation is: awakening is a process of realizing that the internal worlds are active and want to come to manifestation. Or realizing the emotions is a process of human nature that shouldn't or really can't be ignored. Because whenever we distract ourselves from our emotions, it's like we are kind of moving through life like we're dead or asleep. Because if you distract oneself from emotions all the time, you become a slave to how you feel, which is like being dead, because you become a slave. You become a lesser portion of yourself, all based on the way of how you feel. And feelings make up a whole condition, which is why people feel the way they do. Because whenever we are growing up, we are conditioned by watching other people, or we're told certain things about life, and we believe these things to be true. And a lot of the things that we hear about life is possible hearsay. You have to understand that you gotta find your own truth. You gotta find truth. Living in the present moment is how you find truth. Healthy route is exploration.
Hi, my name is Brendan, and life is whatever you make it to be, so make it a good one. Because, like, the more that you focus on the bad, the more that's created in your life. You gotta take a deep breath, and try to see the good in the bad moments, because they're not always bad. You just gotta find the good. Searching for the good, for what is right, is how you find life. Because life is, again, whatever you make it to be. And the more that we focus on making our life the best that it can be, the better that it becomes. Because it's all about how we're looking at this particular moment and what you think about it. Because this moment is like a lot of other moments, but the more you see through it, through the moments, you see how it's all connected. And it all relates back to this moment. And so you have to find yourself and watch yourself. Otherwise, it'll run away from this moment. So stay here. And then you start to see what it really means to be human. One of the odd things that I find very personally weird about life is that
This is why your gut is indeed correct.
is that we're not real. We're not real. None of our life is happening to us how we think it is. We're taking a very narrow perspective on our life. And so that makes it feel very small. But that's not the case. Find your true self and see, hopefully. The more that we focus on impermanence, the better that we get at perceiving in the moment. I have been looking for myself my whole life. I've not really felt comfortable in my own body. I have felt like that if I could be someone else, that my life would get better. The funny thing is that I still don't exactly like this self yet, but as I learn about friendship and God, I feel like I'm able to love this self more. But honestly, we're not anyone except to those around us. The ones we have an impact on. The ones we influence. We represent ourselves as what we identify with. And I represent myself as love. Since we identify with love, we have the opposite hate. And the mind in darkness doesn't know what a heart is. What is sin? Sin is missing the mark. Mark 12:29 through 31. And Jesus answered him, the first of all commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like, namely this, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is no other commandments greater than these. We find ourselves when we feel alone in the mind, through friendship or through family, or really through God. When I think I'm alone, I'm not alone. There's always God. We have a mind that is able to disbelieve, since God gives us that power. We are able to disbelieve in God. If we disbelieve in God, we are ignorant or unaware of our Creator. We feel like we have no Creator. We must be the Creator. When we focus on objects we are creating with God. See, human beings, when growing up, we are conditioned by circumstance, which is outside events that shape us and who we believe ourselves to be. God talks to all of us. God is the little signs we see, the songs we ask questions to, the answers we get from those songs, our dreams, the people. We are not alone. We have a community. We should believe in the community. Believe in ourselves. If we believe we can't do that, believe in ourselves, we should believe or not in the energy is what the ego thought. the back and forth of should I believe, shouldn't I believe. That's the ego thought, the uncertainty. I consider the ego everything we think about this self. I chew on my hands sometimes. I like the way the skin feels in my teeth, but I don't like what it does to my hands, see? Makes them look the way they do. But I also am like agitated while I'm doing it, so like I'll sit there and like bite on my hands. But I also don't realize I'm agitated until my hands are in my mouth and I'm fixated on the fact that I'm biting my hands. It feels like it's partly because I'm not taking full breath, or I don't notice I am not. So I start to bite my hands, and then this alerts me to focus on my breath. Feel the way my heartbeat helps with that. What does the heart tell you? As I take an in-breath, oh boy, where to begin? When we are growing up as individuals, we are conditioned by anyone of authority that we held as a superior. We are conditioned by their mindset, beliefs, and their feelings of what is appropriate, good or bad. Man finds his way through trial and error. We fumble in our darkness till you come to show me the way out of the nightmare I'm still waking up from. Till the dawn of day resides in my consciousness, I will be controlled by her nighttime movements. The chaos that ensues creates my why. With my head held high, I can see the light, and that's how I know what's right. Looking out my mind to see the sky above, I know that's where I reside, my love. Feeling my imagination in me while knowing it's outside of me really helps me see that I'm crazy with love.